Most traders may need to master 20 different indicators and sit in front of the charts for 8 hours a day to potentially succeed. I used to think the same thing. After losing tens of thousands of dollars trying every complex strategy you can imagine, I finally found something that changed my approach. A simple educational framework that takes me less than 90 minutes each morning and has improved my trading consistency tremendously over the last couple years. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what the approach is, show you real trade examples, and give you a complete educational framework that you could use to study. Before we begin, this is educational content only and not financial advice. Trading involves significant risk and you could lose money. What I'm about to show took me years of learning and practice. This is not a get-rich-quick business. Never risk more than you can afford to lose, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. So I'm going to jump straight into the strategy of what I do every single morning. So the first thing I do is I mark my pre-market levels. Pre-market is from 4 a.m. to 9:30. This is on a very strong stock. It was actually the strongest stock of the day. So it was a daily setup. It was a higher time frame setup. I was watching it very, very closely, and it was my top watch for a couple days. I was looking for this retest. So I marked my pre-market high and my pre-market low. We're looking for a 5-minute close above pre-market high. The stock also had relative strength. So what happens? We get a 5-minute close above pre-market high right here. As you can see, this candle, how it closed above. And the next candle, we got a retest. This right here is our retest. This is where I like to enter calls off this pre-market high retest. Then your target is going to be high a day. And then as long as it holds the EMA, you just keep trimming. And then when it gets under the EMA, you can sell the rest. My ultimate target was 210. So then let's look what happened again. We then come down. We test VWAP and the pre-market high again. What happens? We bounce directly off the pre-market high in VWAP, and then we come back, we hit that target at 210 psychological level and go right back down. Again, all I do is I mark the pre-market high. We wait for the pre-market high retests. And this one I probably wouldn't take because it was under VWAP, but this one was a beautiful trade, A+ setup. Your risk reward is very good. It's just a 5-minute close under the pre-market high, then you get out. And you know, your target is until it goes under the EMA, as well as, you know, as we approach new highs of days and those key psych levels. Let's show you more examples. Coin, very, very strong. We get a huge gap up on coin. We mark our pre-market high. What happens? We get a 5-minute close above pre-market high, and then we get a retest. Oh, this is pre-market high actually. And then we're riding the EMA all day until right here. This is where we got out. So you would have taken calls off the pre-market high retest, or at least, you know, when it got pretty close. Your stop was a 5-minute close under. You wouldn't have gone out until right there. That would have been a 1 to 12 risk reward. Crazy. Again, we're just trading the trend. So once it gets above the pre-market high, what it's telling us is that the trend is to the upside. So we need to wait for calls to enter on dips. So another example on AMD, very, very strong. We get a gap up. Strongest stock of the day. We mark our pre-market high. What happens? 5-minute close above pre-market high. We get this retest off of VWAP and the pre-market high. This is our entry for calls right off that retest. You want to enter as close as you possibly could. And your stop is a 5-minute close under. We can't directly know what our stop is going to be exactly, but we can kind of predict. And then you wouldn't have gone out until right here, over a 1 to 13 risk reward, due to the fact that you right here, it got that closed under the EMA. So the indicators I have on my chart are the VWAP and the 9 EMA. The VWAP is basically you can trade dips to the VWAP as well if VWAP is above pre-market high. 9 EMA I like to use for an exit. So when it gets under the 9 EMA, you can get out the rest, but as long as it's holding the 9 EMA, you can hold your runners. And now, instead of selling on this candle because it was the first red candle, you got so much more gains because you held it onto the 9 EMA. Let's show you another example. Meta. This is our pre-market low right here, right? Pre-market low. Very weak, as we could see, dumped pre-market, and it was a day 2 dumper. That's our pre-market low. What happens? We get a 5-minute close under pre-market low, then we get a retest. But what do we retest? We retested VWAP and the pre-market low. That makes it extremely A+. So we have a VWAP retest and a pre-market low retest. Then we come down, we dump, taking a lot of trims here at this low a day retest since it's a big support, and then the rest you probably get out once you get above the EMA. But again, just a pre-market low retest. Here we're trading puts, pre-market low retest puts. You never want to enter calls if a stock is under pre-market high. Never. You only want to enter calls when it's above pre-market high. And you don't want to enter puts unless it's under pre-market low. And if it's in between pre-market high and pre-market low, it's a no trader. You want to trade the trend. We don't want to get stuck in chop. That's the worst thing you can do. So recap, guys. We mark our pre-market high in the strong stocks, pre-market low in the weak stocks. If the market's ripping, we're looking for the strong stocks to trade calls on the pre-market high retest. The market's dumping, you're looking for the weak stock to trade puts on the pre-market low retest. The main goal is to just catch chunks of big trend moves, guys. Our Our goal doesn't have to be to catch huge moves. All we need to catch is chunks of moves that will pay the bills. You need to understand with this strategy, less is more. The simpler you keep it, the better. Again, I keep my trading extremely simple, and I think that's one of my edges. That's why I've gone so big, is because I keep it simple. So many people overcomplicate trading. They have a million different strategies. They have a million things in their charts when that's not what you should do. In my opinion, the simpler you keep it, the better. The less noise, the better. Just read the price action, trade the trend, follow the trend. Because the second you try and reverse the trend, it's just so stupid, because it's like, market is moving one way. Why are you betting and hoping it's gonna go the other way when you could literally ride the wave? Again, trading is you versus you every single day. You could trade my strategy perfect, but if you don't have discipline, if you don't have proper risk reward, if you don't take losses and become the best loser, then you are not going to make it. You need to be extremely disciplined in your trading. You need to know when to be risk on and when to be risk off. You need to know when to be in a trade and when to not be in a trade. You need to become the best possible version of yourself, the best disciplined version of yourself, because trading is not for the weak. So you need to become the best version of yourself, become the most disciplined version of yourself, and it's going to correlate to your trading. Again, trading is you versus you, and that's why I like it so much, because it's me versus me. I'm not competing versus anybody else. I'm competing versus myself every single day, because the money's there. You just have to go get it. And again, sometimes going and getting it might be when someone's trying to take it from you, make sure they take the least amount, meaning take small losses. If I was in your shoes right now, what I would do is I would practice with paper trading. So I wouldn't start with real money until I paper traded. Paper trade the strategy. I would see if you like it. I would see for discipline, see if you can make money with fake money. I just want you guys to know that just because you have results in paper trading doesn't mean you're going to make money with real money. Again, trading is very hard, and with real money, you become emotions with it, but it's going to make you a lot more comfortable with the strategy, with buying and selling, with how the stocks move and stuff like that. So I would definitely start with paper trading and never risk your real money until you're kind of consistently profitable in a simulation. It'll probably help you avoid some of those, beginner mistakes and stuff like that. Don't expect to be profitable and wake up 1 minute before market open. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. If you don't prepare, you're preparing to fail. You have to be prepared every single day. You have to treat trading like a business. You have to treat trading like a business, because it is a business. Like, if you want to do this full time, if you want to be a profitable trader, treat it as a business. Start treating it seriously. Like, this is not a joke. Trading can change your life, but you need to treat it seriously. You need to take withdrawals out of your account. You need to stay disciplined. You need to be on time. There's all these things you need to do. When you're trading, avoid having FOMO. Patience is very important, especially with your entries, because what will happen with patience is the better your entry, the less risk you have, because your stop loss is less, obviously, with the better entry. So for me, I miss a ton of trades, but I'm okay with that because I get good entries, which helps my risk reward a ton. And I'm a big quality over quantity guy. Focus on the A+ trades, and they're going to help you out probably a lot better. This approach has helped improve my trading discipline and consistency over years of practice. Remember, the key is staying disciplined, being patient, and not overcomplicating it. Success is never guaranteed. Trading does involve risk and significant risk. This is not a get-rich-quick business. If you're interested in learning more about trading education, I've created New Age, my educational mentorship program, where I work with committed students on developing your trading skills. Through years of practicing, learning, and taking them under my wing, we focus on education, risk management, and develop proper trading psychology, as well as always sharpening your strategy. There's a link in the description if you want to learn more. Final reminder, this is educational content only, not financial advice. Trading success requires years of learning and practice. Please consult a qualified financial advisor before making any decisions. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more education, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.